Welcome, Wendy. We're here in Costa Rica.
Oh, beautiful Costa Rica.
Wendy has come here to join us, and she's earning an income while she's here.
I am. It's surreal. Blows my mind, honestly.
We were thinking about this. How did she get to where she is today? But on more of a deeper level, not just in regards to the techniques, because she's an amazing teacher and a coach. We all know this. And she really knows how to teach from a place where everything she teaches, we are able to implement and get results from. However, it's not just about techniques. We need to learn about her identity, what she believes to be true about herself. So therefore, we can learn from that. And really, that's what mentorship is all about.
Yeah.
So again, welcome. I am so honored and blessed to have you here.
I am blessed to be here,
So
enjoying
grateful.
this beautiful Costa Rica with you.
So grateful.
Yeah. I just want to say, I love that you're starting with this because this is honestly the starting point. But so many people don't look at this as a starting point. They look at technique as a starting point.
Yes.
And that is not the starting point. Because if they don't get this right, it doesn't matter what you do, it's not going to work.
We're talking about multiple streams of income and affiliate marketing.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of buzzwords and hype going around. And however, when we focus on the income, not the identity first, we get lost, we get overwhelmed, we lose focus, and we overthink things.
Who's an overthinker?
Right?
Exactly.
Overthinker here.
Overthinker.
We need to be present and we need to focus on why we're really doing what we're doing. So this is an incredibly special moment, and I'm just so thankful that you're here. And so in the beginning, tell us a little bit more about you, where you started and what had to come to fruition. Who did you have to become before you started achieving the success you currently are?
I see so many people, and I used to be one of them too, that look at the success of the person and then go, wow, I just want to be that. But they don't realize the journey it took them to get there. It's like looking at chapter 7 without realizing there's chapters 1 through 6. And nobody wants to go through chapters 1 through 6. They want to jump right to chapter 7, right? However, my journey started when I became a grandma, which was 9 years ago. And when I became a grandma, and for those who are grandparents, you'll understand this, even mothers, but grandparents is another level because it feels like you got a little bit of a do-over. Because I sacrificed a lot growing up with my kids and time with them because you have to make a living. You need to survive. So you have to sacrifice to achieve what you need to achieve in life, just to put food on the table, house over their little heads. But then when I became a grandmother, I was like, I do not want to miss their little moments. That was my mental starting point where I need to try something else. But I didn't start in the online space. I started with doing the home party thing and creating side hustles that way, network marketing. But then I came across an online business and I thought, oh, this would be better because still when you're doing the home party thing, you're sacrificing time because you got to go out and do the party and it's in the evenings. So somebody else is still dictating your time in a way because you have to show up at that party when you've arranged to show up at the party. So when I saw that there was a way to earn online, it was a new concept to me because let's face it, I'm 57. Internet is still a relatively new concept in my lifetime. So when I joined this program, it was very expensive, but I thought, to me, I was a little naive thinking that was the only way. And it taught me a lot. I spent a lot of money, but I'm one of these people that was like, this has got to work. So continued spending money, investing and doing things. But after 3 years, it was, you know what? I am not willing to go further into debt with a business that is not working by now. I believe investing in myself, in a business. I know it takes time to build a business, to make it work. But after 3 years, it should have been working.
Yeah.
It was working, but then every money I made went back out. So there was no profit. And so I left that and I was very disappointed. So it led me down a, what's wrong with me? Like, why can't I make this work? Type of thing versus, because that's what disappointment and failure, if you want to call it that. I never look at anything like failure. I look at it as learning. I learned a lot. So the key thing about when I was learning a number of years later, when I found what I'm currently doing, I realized the difference because I went through that.
Yes.
So it taught me what I didn't want. It also had good points to it, which I thought if I do another business, it has to have these things, but not these things. So you start to make a list. But prior to then and where I am now, I had to get my mindset right. I had to get my identity right. I had to figure out who Wendy was, and that I'm okay whether I make an income or not, that I am not, my worth is not tied to that. I am this regardless.
Yeah.
So I took a leadership course. It was a Christian leadership course. It was called Radiant Leader, and just learned. And really the beginning of that course was finding your core identity and knowing who you are and believing it.
Yes.
Because sometimes it's one thing to know, but to actually believe it in your heart of hearts
Yes.
is a journey. And so when I started to believe this is who I am, this is what I am, regardless of what external things happen, because we all live in this world and external things happen that we know and we don't know. So I already had that mindset. So I honestly believe, like God knew my heart, wanting to figure out something to provide for our short retirement. Be there, give me options with my grandkids. So he knew my heart of hearts. And so I believe when I did come across this, that it was a gift, and I just felt him saying, this is for you. You've already done the hard work, so to speak, like that mindset work. And he's here. This is where you're going to flourish, because this has everything that you were saying on your list. And I honestly believe God's okay with lists. God, I want this. I don't want that. He knows what you want anyway. So why not just say it and just pray about it and put it before him? And then all of a sudden he brought it to me. And when I saw it, I was like, wow, this checks off everything on my list.
Beautiful. Wow. And like you said, you have to have that foundation.
Yeah.
In the architecture of life, there has to still be a foundation. It's no different than building a house.
Yeah.
So you have to have that strong foundation so that you can build the rooms and then install all the furniture and everything. And if the foundation is unfortunately rocky, unsure, unsteady, it makes things more challenging. And that's where sometimes, again, we put the successes that we see in others, the income that we see people achieving, and we put that at the forefront. That doesn't allow anything else to be steady and anything else to be firm and in place.
Yeah.
So belief is everything. And when
Absolutely.
you believe in yourself, that's when really doors start opening. And you always say, take messy action.
Because you never feel completely ready. You never do. I don't care how much prep work it's like when you're pregnant. We're women here. So when you're pregnant, you never feel completely ready to become a mom.
Nope.
You just become a mom. You're like, okay, I'm going to you take it one day at a time and you learn as you go. And each child's different.
It's no different.
It's just stepping into the new, exciting world.
Yes.
And I believe trusting God with the results. I do my part, God does his.
Yes.
And because I looked at what I do and this as a gift from God, I was like, okay, Lord, I'm not going to shun your gift. I'm not going to, I need to do my part with what you've given me. That's my responsibility.
Trust. Yeah.
And then trust God with the results.
Yeah.
Taking my messy action, and he can, you know what God can do with messiness.
And he loves us even in
He
our
turns
mess.
our messiness into a message.
That's right. Yeah,
And,
absolutely.
And I often used to think that if I asked silly questions or things like in school, you're afraid to put up your hand because what if I'm the only one who thinks this? You learn that you're not the only one.
That's right. You're not
And I
alone.
used to tell my kids, put up your hand and ask that question because other kids have it. They're just too afraid. So be that person for them. So when I put myself out there on video now, I say, I'm going to embrace my messiness. Like we were short for retirement, didn't get our financial act together till late. I'm not going to be embarrassed about that. I'm going to share it because other people are in the same boat. And if I don't show up and share my message as a help, as a light, as a hope dealer, then they're not going to hear it because I'm the only one. God has placed me as that messenger to be that beacon of hope.
That's right.
And so that I take that very seriously. I do. And I enjoy doing it. Like I just feel lit up. It's more blessed to give than to receive. It is a giving.
Oh, it feels so good.
When you're giving to people and giving them that, if I found a whole bunch of food to eat and I was starving, and other people, I'd be like, come on, there's a bunch of food over here. Come and eat it.
Right, please.
So it's that same idea. Like
same idea.
there's a way you don't have to stay in that messy mess of your retirement frustrations. There is a way.
Absolutely. And it's beautiful because we're not in this alone. This is a true community.
Yes.
And we'll touch on that in a little bit, asking Wendy about what she has built because it really is beautiful.
This is really good, by the way.
I know. When in Costa Rica,
Tropical
or
drinks.
anywhere,
Yeah.
for that matter, to be
Right?
honest.
Yeah.
If you're not in Costa Rica, you can still create yourself a beautiful fruit smoothie and just close your eyes and pretend until you get there.
Yes.
And really, actually, when you think about it, that's what we do. When we're building, we think about the goal.
Yeah.
We put things in place so that we get little tastes of what we want to achieve. And that keeps you motivated.
Oh, absolutely.
Those-
Yeah.
Those little nuggets.
Yeah. Speaking of that, you've heard the phrase, borrow my belief until you have your belief of your own.
Yes, that's right.
So when you find somebody that you're like, oh, I just want what she has, then borrow the belief. And you're like, and that's what I did. In the beginning, I was like, if she can do it, why can't I do it? What's different about her than me?
Yep.
Nothing.
No.
We live in different countries or whatever. I have the capability
Yeah,
to learn, to teach myself new ways. I can do it.
absolutely.
So that is that mindset that I was like, okay, I can. Regardless of past experience,
Yes.
I can.
Yes. We are magnificent. We really are. And God made us. And we all are made up of the same stuff.
We are.
So
Yes.
therefore, you're right. If you see one person, you're like, oh, they have XYZ. Guess what? God gave you the same abilities.
Yeah.
Biologically, we are the same.
Yeah.
And He has created us in a way that we can learn, we can grow, we
Yes.
can evolve.
Yes.
And that I trust in.
And He has good plans for us.
And He has good plans.
And you're not an
Ah,
accident. You're not a mistake. You're created unique.
Yes.
And I always say everybody has their own unique superpower, and that's you. Nobody else can be you.
That's right. You're your own
Nobody
hero.
can be you.
That's right.
Not anybody. It wouldn't matter if the whole world was promoting the exact same thing. Nobody's you.
That's right.
And nobody has your match.
That's right. Yeah. And somebody wants to hear what you have to say.
Exactly.
So, with being here in Costa Rica, have you continued getting sales?
That still blows my mind because, yes, like I woke up this morning to another sale
Wow. Congratulations.
while I was sleeping. Yesterday, while we were out exploring Costa Rica, a
Yes.
sale.
Wow.
Was I working my business? No. I
Yeah.
was completely enjoying what this beautiful country has to offer
Yeah.
and just soaking it in.
Yeah.
But my business, because of automation, because of what I'm taught, because of what I've learned and what I've set up, that's where the time freedom comes in.
Yes.
It's not that you never work again,
Gosh.
but you work smarter and not harder, so to speak. Maybe people heard that, but that's the reality.
That's right.
You set something and you forget it and let it work while you're out living life. And that has been amazing, like a complete gift. And I would never, ever do any type of online business without it.
Yes.
Ever.
Yeah. What I love also is the person who you are becoming determines what you're earning, right? So you are evolving and growing and
Yeah.
learning. And we talk about this.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, you know what? I want to go back and I want to tweak this. And I want to, because you're constantly in this state of learning and evolving and growing. And everybody who's within your community, whose lives that you're connected with, we all benefit from that. And that's the beauty also of knowing in and believing in yourself that what you're teaching is reaching others. And just even being on your Q&A calls weekly, it is so beautiful to see people light up and have those aha moments. And you're helping them. You come with no script or anything. You show up and you're present and you're there for them.
Yeah.
And we are so grateful for
glad.
that. Yes.
I honestly believe, like I said, if you know something that can help somebody else, why would you keep it quiet?
Yeah.
And everybody's on a different part of their journey.
Yes.
So if I can help a person at the beginning of their journey achieve things even a little faster than me, what a gift.
Yes. Yeah.
Or they're stuck on something, because we all fear that, what if I get stuck? What if I don't know the answer to this? There's always an answer, and there's always a way to get unstuck. I always say everything's
Figure outable.
but if you have somebody that can help you with that part,
Yeah.
then that's even better.
Exactly.
And I don't think I know everything, because I definitely don't. But if I don't know something, I'll figure it out, and I'll help somebody once I figure that out and say, hey, this is what I just learned.
That's right.
Isn't that amazing? We're all on a journey together. Nobody's arrived. They're
No.
just maybe a few steps behind you.
And you touched on it earlier about there's really no such thing as failure. There's
No.
feedback.
Yeah. And I liked how you said that.
It's feedback.
Yeah.
And when you can learn and as you're earning,
Yeah.
look at it that nothing is failure, because failure is a mindset.
Yeah.
And if you focus on that, what we focus on, right, is what comes our way.
Yeah. And do we relate to perfect people, or do we relate to people that are taking messy action and on the journey and not perfect? We relate to those people.
Yeah.
Because we know we're not perfect, and they're like, wow, if she's, that unperfect, you see yourself in imperfectionism.
Absolutely.
Because you realize
Yes.
you're the same.
That's right. And that's the whole premise of even having this conversation, because I admire where you are today. However, I'm speaking to the women who are where I currently am. I'm taking messy action. I'm showing up. I'm in the process of recognizing the burnout, recognizing where I want to go, learning, and then sharing that.
Yeah.
And collectively as a community, we come together.
Yeah.
No matter where we are, you will find somebody who is where you are,
Yep.
or who has been where you've been.
Yeah.
So you never feel alone.
Yeah.
Staying with that, what was the hardest part in the beginning for you? Was there anything that you struggled with in the beginning?
When you say in the beginning, which beginning are you referring to?
Because there are many, aren't there?
Yeah.
I would say the beginning of, because we're really wanting to focus on where you've gotten to today and all the stuff prior to. But I would say the beginning of, it's like you said, everything that ticked the boxes. So when you started that program and that process, what was there, if any, struggles that you experienced, like personally?
Even though if I'm going to talk about where I am now, the beginning of this business journey, I would say even though I went through learning and getting my identity, there's always still a bit of self-doubt. There really is. I don't know, and maybe I'm just not there yet. And even today I have self-doubt. Honestly, you still doubt. Maybe something you put out there didn't work. You're like, oh no, is that it? And people might be surprised to hear that. But honestly, there's still that self-doubt, but it's how fast you can nip it in the bud.
Yes.
How fast you can say, no,
Yes.
that's not true.
Yes.
That is like when I release myself from the results and I say that's up to God, or I just do my part. I can't control results.
Yeah.
What I can control is what I can do,
Nice.
what I can improve. How can I get 1% better each day? That's not a whole lot.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
1% better. And I go, okay, I get inspired from other people. I call them ideal launch pads, because if I can, I like how they did that. That's an idea that I can then take to myself to inspire me to launch and do something similar. And then I test it and I try it. But yeah, doubt, don't ever think successful people don't have doubts. They do. If you write down what is true, whenever a doubt comes into mind, you pull out your truth book or your truth wherever it is and say, no, this is the truth. I teach people on my phone to have words of affirmation as their screensaver. And I look at that every time I pick up my phone. It says that.
That's right.
It says who I am, what I'm doing, and what my goal is, and why I am worthy of it.
Yes.
I'm worthy. You're worthy? Just
Yeah.
worthy?
Yeah.
We are all worthy, because going back to how God created us, He doesn't create junk.
Nope, never.
Never. So don't ever believe the lie that you're not worthy or that you shouldn't have doubts.
Yep.
That's humans.
Yes.
Humans have doubts. But it's what you do with that. Do you dwell on it and focus on it? Or do you say, no, this is the truth?
That's right, exactly.
Right?
100%. We have 90,000 thoughts a day. So I always say, allow those thoughts to come in.
Yeah.
But don't necessarily invite that doubt for tea. Don't sit with it.
I love that.
Don't sit and have tea with that doubt.
No.
You can say hi, recognize that doubt, but say, nope, you're not in alignment with my goals right now. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to focus on you right now. But thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for reminding me I'm human and that I'm not perfect. And then
Right.
you continue on.
Yeah. And then countering that doubt with the truth.
Yes.
I think that's so important. Is this the truth or is this the truth? No, that's not the truth.
That's right.
Somebody told me years ago, and I've clung to this. We often, as people, will say so many negative things about ourselves. Oh, you're just not very good at this. Oh my goodness, can't believe how you can be so stupid. This is what we're saying to ourselves. We have failed before. I don't think you're going to do it again. But think about this. We say these things to ourselves. Would you say that to your grandchild? Would you say that to your child? Why do we say that to ourselves? What would I say to my grandchild right now? Say that to yourself.
Oh, I
No,
love
Wendy,
that.
you're worthy.
Yep.
You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You've been given a gift by God.
Yeah.
You are here for such a time as this.
That's right. Yes.
Don't hide your light under a bush.
No.
Shine,
Yes.
share, be who you are.
Beautiful. I love that. Was there a moment that you ever almost quit?
This particular one, no. But
Wow. Awesome.
other ones, yes. There's times when you get frustrated.
Yes.
That's anything. So
Granted.
it doesn't matter if you're having success or you're frustrated with your lack of success or you're frustrated with stuff that's happening with your success, whatever. You can get frustrated regardless. But again, when that frustration comes, I don't focus. I would never focus on quitting.
So you're focused on the outcome.
I'm focused on the outcome.
Yes, and you touched on it earlier that if you don't have an answer, you seek it. So
Everything's
therefore,
figure outable. And trust me, that's a very frustrating part. And I'm like, Wendy, everything is, because I am not techie. There's tech stuff. I'm like,
Right.
everything's figure outable.
Yes.
And it's true. I don't care what I've experienced. Everything can be figured out.
Yes. And in those moments, what is something that you do to maybe
Pray.
okay?
First and foremost.
Yes, absolutely. Physiologically,
Yeah.
do you do anything? Do you get up and go for a walk?
Yeah.
Do you change your
Yes,
scenery?
absolutely. If
Okay.
I'm frustrated with tech, for example, I'm like, I want to throw my laptop out the window. I'm like, okay, put it down, take a break, go do something different, even sleep on it and come back
Yes.
the next day.
Beautiful.
And usually it's with a fresh perspective. The answer sometimes was right there in front of me. I just couldn't see it because of frustration levels, like
Yeah.
rate. I have to tell some people who get started, I say, this is what I do. When I do stuff I don't enjoy or I'm not good at, I get myself a nice cup of tea, which I love.
Yes,
or one
you
of these.
sure do.
And a fresh chocolate chip cookie. So I can enjoy doing something I enjoy while doing something I don't.
Oh,
Or sometimes it's like when I'm done this, I reward myself with something. If it's
Yeah.
a walk, if it's a cookie,
Yep.
whatever makes you like, yay, it's my little reward, then sometimes I just have to do that too.
Beautiful. All right. And what about any beliefs around money? Because from what I understand, we all have a story about money, how we're raised and the beliefs around money.
Money doesn't grow on trees. Not a lot growing
A
up.
lot of limiting beliefs that we're
Yes.
taught.
Yeah.
So how did your mindset have to shift, or what did you need to do or put into place so therefore you now have that relationship with money that's very healthy and responsible?
I got to say that happened to me long before I ever started an online business. It happened when we actually took a financial course and we learned how to get out of debt. We learned all about money and not to be on that struggle bus all the time.
Yeah.
Born from Peter to pay Paul. Because when you're in that struggle bus, your focus is all on money. What can I do to make more of it? It's just the constant, like, money's the focus, it seems. Not intentionally,
Yes.
but like realistically because of the life. So I was like, I'm going to learn this. And we're going to, like, I took many money courses before that. Like,
Yeah.
I knew the importance of saving money. I'm just, how do you save money when you have none?
Right?
How do I do this? If I'm negative all the time, how do I actually save money? That evaded me. So taking that course, we really got our money mindset right about money. So that happened years ago for me. So coming into this, money is a tool. It has no feelings. I think somebody said this to me earlier. You could take a brick, and that brick you could throw through a plate glass window and do damage with it. Or you could build an orphanage. Same brick, doesn't matter. Same with money. It doesn't change who I am.
Yeah.
It changes my opportunities, what I can do.
And decreases some stress. Right?
Absolutely. It brings me here to Costa Rica. I never thought this would, like, this was
Yeah.
a dream.
Yeah.
How could I ever have enough money in retirement? Because we didn't have enough. How could I ever travel? Like, my dream was always to be a snowbird.
Oh.
Always, since I was young. Even when we first got married, I said, honey, I want to be a snowbird someday. But it was a dream that I honestly, at times, never thought would be a reality. Not that I believed as I got on and with life that God could. It's just, would he for me? I doubt that.
Yeah. And
There's that belief.
yeah.
And even if he didn't choose to, like,
Yeah.
then I'd still be happy. God just wants to bless his kids.
Yes.
He really does.
Yes.
He wants good things for you.
Absolutely.
And I believe when we actually figured out money, if God can trust you with money, he can give you more of it because you're trustworthy.
That's right. And you can bless others.
Exactly. And this is what you hold your hand like this.
Yeah.
Money's currency. It flows in, it flows out. But those who hold it like this,
Yes.
nothing can come in and nothing can go out. So when
I
when
love
I'm
that.
like, hey, God, here's the money. What do you want me to do with it?
Yeah.
And sometimes he says, that person needs it. And you're like,
Wow.
okay, here it goes.
Oh.
Or, you know what? Put that here, invest that because you're going to need it later.
Wow. And again, there's that trust, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. We have a lot of limiting beliefs when it comes to money.
Yes.
So again, it's part of that foundation. So it's not just about our identity. It's in self or the worthiness, but it's the identity in finances and in wealth creation.
Yep.
So again, looking at these things before trying to start a business, because you don't want the business to be the focus, or else I personally think it doesn't stick. And when you're sharing from that place, it comes across as differently as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah. And that's why this is foundational.
absolutely. Yeah.
What foundational is your mindset. And you hear it and you think, how do I get there? But this is what we're sharing here is how you can get there. And that's why
Yeah.
it's so crucial.
So let's transition a little bit.
Okay.
Walk us through a day in the life of Wendy Nolan.
You're drinking this.
Visiting Jillian in Costa Rica. Yeah, I agree.
Right. You know what? My days, and this is what I love, because when I was working my 9 to 5, my days look like get up, get your lunch, get your cup of tea, and out the door you go and get to work. So there is benefit to some kind of structure,
100%.
right?
Yes.
But my structure doesn't look the same each day. However, it does look the same with I get up and have a cup of tea. That is like a non-negotiable.
Yeah.
But the fact I can have a cup of tea wherever and whenever,
Yeah.
like this is one of the non-income benefits, is that I can have slow mornings. A slow morning, I'm not an early bird.
Yeah.
As Jillian.
Yeah.
Although here I am a lot more earlier than I've ever been.
It's just nature does it to you.
Exactly.
You wake up with the birds.
So the fact I can get up when I want and just start slowly.
Yeah.
Spend some time in prayer, just with God, and learning. He's the CEO of my business. So when God's the CEO, you got to connect. And I usually think about content, or different days look a little different. Some days I do absolutely nothing. Maybe I reply to a few emails. Some days it's more focused. Okay, my husband's not in the house. I'm actually quiet and I can do some things. But even in the focus, things pop up. My daughter phones, can you pick up the kids from school? Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to, because that's one of the freedoms that I have now, being able to pick my grandkids up. But usually I put in a few hours a day, sometimes more depending on the day, sometimes a lot less. And I focus on what's going to move the needle forward. And I like multitasking. So it doesn't matter if I'm getting ready in the morning, doing my hair, putting my makeup on, I listen to a podcast, because I can listen to that while I'm doing something that, seemingly just necessary. Sometimes I stay all day in my pajamas, but generally you get ready. But yes. And then, so I'm putting good things in my mind. And to me, that's just alignment for my day, because I don't know what's going to happen that day. Right. Even though I might have this and this planned, stuff comes up. So just to have that freedom and flexibility to go with the flow a little bit more is a beautiful thing.
That is a beautiful thing. Would you say that you're good with boundaries?
Oh, yes. I'm very good with boundaries. In most cases.
Yes.
In most areas. Yes.
Of your time.
Of my time.
That's what it sounds like.
Now, mind you, if the grandkids, like I can assess, I'm not one of these people. This is what I planned. That's it. I'm rigid. Sorry, I can't pick up my grandkids. I go, why am I doing this? It's so I can have the option to do that when I want. Right. So even if I didn't get done what I wanted, that's a yes to me, because I know where my priorities are. So if these things come up, those are yeses within reason. Maybe I have plans and I can't change them. Like I have a Zoom call. Those things are important. I commit to what I've committed to.
Yes.
But anything that has flexibility with my time, those are the things I can move around.
Of course.
But yeah, I definitely I'll say yes to things and no to things.
Yeah, absolutely. And boundaries, when you're firm in your boundaries when it comes to business building activities, and it's evident that you're getting results because of that.
Yeah.
So when you see that you're getting the results, you're like, I need to protect my boundaries. I need to protect my time, and then be more flexible in other areas, because that's where you're being led to.
Exactly.
Absolutely. That's beautiful. This is a little more of a sort of a deeper question, but what emotion do you refuse to operate from?
What emotion? I don't know if that's an emotion, like I can't do it. Frustration. I don't know about you, but geez, in my 50s, I'm telling you, you get frustrated faster. I do. I don't know if it's like, I'm like, all of a sudden, I'm like, Wendy, you've never been this like, so I don't know if it's hormonal. But anyways.
So you have to take a breath.
So I have to take a breath.
Yes.
So I refuse to operate. I go, okay, this is not getting you anywhere. Why are you getting so frustrated? What's the root cause of this frustration? And so even though it comes, I will just do something to get rid of it, like we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
And often I love getting outside into nature, although Canada and the snow keeps me bound, and I think that makes me more frustrated.
It'll snap you back to reality.
That's the reason I'm like, Jillian, I'm coming to Costa Rica. But yeah, so I refuse to operate with frustration. I find, I don't know. Yeah, does that answer your question?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's non-negotiables that we have. I like to protect my peace.
Yeah.
I want to operate from a place of calm and peace.
Yes.
So therefore, anything opposite to that,
I
don't operate from that. It goes against who I am.
Yeah.
So
it is. If I'm frustrated, I won't record a video. It'll come out in my, like, I can't pretend.
Exactly. You have to be authentically Wendy.
So if I need to say, okay, Wendy, this is not the day for recording your video, then I say, okay, we'll just do it the next day. Or maybe later on that evening or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, but when you feel good, you can bring that energy and that perspective and that vibrational energy.
That's right.
To what you're doing.
That's right. So state management is very important to you.
Yeah.
Because again, you are realizing that it has an effect on how you connect.
And if sometimes I go to prayer, I'm like, God, I'm out of alignment here. I'm like, operating out of here. and this is where I should be.
Get back into your heart.
Get back into my heart, and then just,
Yeah.
okay, that's better.
Yeah.
Especially, and I always do this, if I'm going on to a live Q&A call, I'm like, I want to bring my best to this. Give me a clear mind, help me to focus, help me to make sure I'm showing up 100% for people who are needing my help. And that's with anything. So if I can align myself like that, I don't want this frustration, Wendy.
We need to have that guide.
Yeah.
And essentially, as a professional in what you're sharing and how you're showing up, you are a guide. You're not a mentor or in per se. You're not a guru. You're not anything. You are special. But I'm saying you're not anything
My
more.
grandkids think
Oh, Glenn, that's right. I would agree that you're special. I wouldn't have you here. So you operate from that place of being a guide. And so you have to show up in that state because people will know. So speaking of that, I would love for you to touch on one of your, I would say, not that it's your greatest accomplishment, but I think it's a beautiful thing, and this is your community, right? Because as soon as I connected with you, I found you on the online space, and I connected with your presence, and I connected with what you were sharing, the community that you've built. So I was drawn to your authenticity, your natural ability to just connect, and there's no mistake of how you're showing up. You're not trying to sell me anything. So Wendy has a beautiful community that she's created. And this is where I would love for you to share a little bit more about this special space and place for the women who are watching, what they could experience there. And you do not have to be anywhere near knowing anything about digital marketing or online anything.
When you have people reaching out to you and they ask you certain questions over and over again,
Yes.
it's a certain sign that is where your superpower is because they want to learn. And I love it when people reach out because that shows they're willing to learn
Yes.
and they have a desire. And that's a good thing. They're not afraid
Yeah.
to reach out. And so I thought I need to give, like, again, back to boundaries. My time is valuable and how I spend it. If I don't have to repeat the same thing over and over again to different people, if I can streamline it, so that's what brought me to community, because that's what it does. So I can put a training module in to answer a question that I get over and over again. And that way they can watch the video and learn, but yet, because they're in a community, still have the option to ask questions because of the live Q&A calls. And so I put everything that I know, everything that Wendy's learned,
Yeah.
whether you care to do it or not, it's in there.
Yeah. That's right.
And as I still learn and grow, because I believe I'm always on a journey, learning never ends. Thank goodness, keeps my brain young.
Yes.
And I add that in there.
Yeah.
So it's a never-ending growing community where we're just like-minded people that want to create freedom online. And I just share what I do and how I do it in a very, like you said, easy to understand, learnable. You don't feel like slapped if you ask a question that you feel like I should know this.
That's right.
You know how you get afraid to ask a question because somebody's going to belittle you?
No.
There's no right or wrong question. Everybody's at a different spot, and people come into my community that are completely new.
Right.
And I
That's
teach
right.
them how to get going.
Yeah.
Or maybe they've been on a journey and they struggle, or they want to learn more about a certain topic. And it's for everybody in between. Right?
It truly is that classroom that we always wished for,
Aw,
where everybody is
that's good.
equal.
Yeah, exactly.
Where you're not afraid to raise your hand out of fear. That's where I find it's inclusive.
Yes.
And everybody's truly supporting one another.
Yeah.
The celebrations,
Right.
the
Like
celebrating
last night
of the
with
success.
Paula.
Oh
She's
my gosh.
81. She's in our community and she created a freebie.
She is
And
awesome.
I'm like, give yourself up. I was just like, we're celebrating her last night because really,
I mean-
81 and still looking at bettering herself and learning. And she's, I just love this community. Thanks, guys.
And what excites me is I'm 50.
Yeah.
I got 31 years.
Can you
And
imagine?
I can imagine, actually. And that's why
If I
I'm
look
starting.
that good at Paula when I'm
Oh
81,
my gosh.
it's going to be amazing.
Oh my goodness. So you know what? Start
Right.
today. Right?
Exactly. You're never too old. Where
No.
you are is where you are. You
Yeah.
can't go backwards.
That's right.
You can only go forward.
100%. It's like an arrow.
Yeah.
Only forwards,
Yeah.
never back. And that is something I always try to tell people. Our history is there as part of our story.
Yes.
But don't live there.
No.
Visit it again for feedback and information only, but don't live there. I'm not saying forget it.
No.
I'm saying, again, respect it and all of it and bring it to a place of learning so that you can stay present and in the moment and think about being 81 and
Wow.
phenomenal.
I know.
Like just, so inspiring.
Right, exactly.
So speaking to that, what would you say to a woman over 40 who feels behind?
That's speaking to myself, because
Right.
I felt behind in my 50s,
Okay.
right? Behind on retirement, behind on where we thought we'd be
Yep.
financially,
Yeah.
just behind in life, right? We used to
Oh.
think freedom 55. I was 55 and where was the freedom? Yeah, life happens.
Yeah.
Health happens in your
Yes.
life. You don't expect it. It happens. Things set you back.
Yeah.
And that's just part of your journey. And like you said, you don't live there. It's part of your journey.
Yes.
And you recognize it.
Yeah.
Because that's what brings you to where you are, right?
Yeah.
Behind is a state of mind. It really is.
It really is.
Because was I behind in what I hoped, but not really behind? Behind what?
Yeah.
Behind what?
Yeah.
So when you realize all I can do is focus on what I can do today, like I say to people, if you have a desire for change and a willingness to try something new,
Oh, it's everything.
all you need is that to
Yeah.
get started. That's all you need.
And a little bit of belief. And if
And
it's
a
not
little
even
bit of
there, for
belief,
for our
for
belief.
belief. And that's why plugging in
Yeah.
is so vital,
Oh.
because you're like, okay, I can keep doing this, because
Yes.
that self-doubt comes, that
Yeah.
whatever comes, but you say, nope, this
That's right.
is
Yeah.
this is the way, this is what I'm
Yeah.
doing. Get behind me, doubt.
Yeah.
Get behind me, doubt.
Wendy and I are your biggest cheerleaders.
Yay, yes, we are.
Honestly, we are literally, envision us with the pom-poms
Yeah.
every step of the way. We're literally there,
Yeah.
and the community is built on that. That's beautiful. That's
Well,
really
I think
great.
everybody needs a cheerleader, a cheering person in their corner.
Yeah.
Because some people start like I started. My husband was a little skeptical because of what I've tried before.
Yes.
Lost us money, right?
Oh yes, mine
And
too.
he honestly is a big supporter of me. Circumstances play a role in that, because they're like, okay, so I didn't tell him. Honestly, I didn't tell him. It's not marriage advice. But when I started this, I was like, yeah, I'm just starting it. I'm going to prove him wrong. I'm going to show him I can do it.
Oh, did you ever?
And then and you know what? It's so funny, because even then, even when I was achieved some level of success, some sales, or I was like, yes, he still had doubt. He did.
Sure.
He was our husbands, our spouses deal with their own doubt.
Yes.
They deal with their own limiting
Of
belief,
course.
or their whatever created those.
Yep.
And now he's so very grateful. We had arguments about it over the years when I was first starting, and I was like, oh, I want to take my kids to Disney. I was already seeing the future. I'm like, oh, I can do it, because I made some sales. Oh, my dream is to take my family to Disney. Yeah, but don't forget taxes. He just started to bring, I said,
The logical
I'm like,
mind.
that's it. We were on a date. That was the end of that date. I'm like, go home.
That's real.
That is important.
Yeah.
And that's part of, but don't crush my dream.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like he was doing.
Sure, yeah.
He apologized
Of
afterwards.
course.
But still. And since then, I have taken them to Disney. Last
yes.
February, we took our family
The
to
whole
Disney. My
family, the
grandkids
grandkids.
experienced Disney for the first time. And we took 2 weeks in Florida. It was a dream come true that came to fruition. I know. And I'm just so grateful and thankful. And my husband says to me all the time, he is so thankful that, one, I didn't listen to it, or I pushed past it.
You were tenacious.
I was just like, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And
You were being led. You were being guided.
And that's the truth. You feel that pull, that knowing that, okay, I just know, I just don't know why I know. I just
have
know.
to trust
I
that.
have to trust it.
Yeah.
The inner guidance from God.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very cool. So we've touched on a number of different sort of identity components, and we know that there has to be a shift before you can really move forward. So what one identity shift would you say to the woman watching that would change everything for her?
Identity shift. You have what it takes. You are uniquely you. There's nobody in the world like you. And if you're watching this, this is for you. Like really, like
Wow.
there's hope. There is a place for you.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I love that. The next question, what is the biggest mistake that beginners make?
Trying to copy other people. I think
Yeah.
they don't tap into their uniqueness.
And make it their own.
It's good to copy or be inspired by other people.
Yes.
And make it your own, but not copy them. I always say to people, it's like putting on somebody else's shoes. They don't fit.
And they're not
You can
comfortable.
walk through them, and they're not comfortable, and you can walk in them, but as soon as you put on your own shoes, they fit. They try to say, this person's successful, I'm just going to copy what they do. It's all right to be inspired by what they do.
Yeah.
Take what they do and put your own unique message in it. This is where I see, that's why I was like, teaching people of their own uniqueness.
Yes.
And their own superpower. That's where they need to be. So I would say that's where people get hung up.
And again, it comes down
Because
to
it's
that.
more, what were you going to say?
I was going to say about the
Yeah, belief. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Belief that you can do it on your own, not
Yes.
just by mimicking somebody
That's
else.
right, yeah.
And, What was I going to say now?
Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I'm like, oh, it's that 50-year-old brain. Where'd it go?
Squirrel.
I know.
Or Jillian interrupting.
Anyways.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
So, yeah, the belief that they can do it without copying. You take it, you make it your own.
Yes.
And that's where you stand out and you shine like the light that you're supposed to be in the online space.
Right. What is one piece of advice that she could focus on to?
So-
I would say that she potentially is just starting, but she doesn't really know where to go. She's overwhelmed by the maybe chaos or life in general. How does she start?
Some people, it depends where you are. If you're overwhelmed, because there's a lot can be coming at you at once, right? There's this and this. You have to zoom in to do one thing. You can't do it all.
No.
Eventually you will.
Yes.
But that's not where you're going to start. So you have to focus on the first things first.
Yeah.
And just start going that. Just doing it.
Right.
And just getting to that point where you're done that and you move on to the next thing. But
Okay.
if you listen to too many voices and too many this, you need to do YouTube, you need to do Instagram, you need to do TikTok or whatever, pick one. Don't do it all.
Yeah.
I always say I'm a horse with those little bits on, right? Because I will just say, no, I'm focused right here. And focus brings clarity.
Yes.
And clarity helps you to move forward. If you don't have clarity, then you're just stuck in the abyss of the...
Exactly. Yes. And clarity isn't necessarily either about arriving and having that firm answer. Clarity also evolves as you grow.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do a little plug here for Wendy, because a great place to gain that clarity and to help you stay focused is in the Freedom Builders community. And that is Wendy's community. And it is, even if you don't have a business, if you have an existing business, whatever business, it doesn't even matter what business you're in or what that you want to be in. This is a community that literally will help you focus, stay in a lane. If you veer off, we bring you Wendy's. She's able. Oh, I thought I was thinking a whip. No, that's awesome. So Wendy's community is a really beautiful place to be when you're trying to figure that out. Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm glad. That's what it's for.
You don't have to invest in those huge packages and spend tons of money and even try to find money to do that.
Yeah.
Come to a community where you can be supported and gain the clarity out where you potentially should be going. Help you hone in on those gifts. Again, borrow our belief in you.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
the Freedom Builders community is definitely a beautiful place.
Yeah. Which is why I called it Freedom Builders. Because it doesn't matter how you're trying to build your freedom.
Yeah.
Whether you're in a network marketing company, whether you want to create your own digital product, you just know you want to create a freedom lifestyle. And whether you purchased a program, you just aren't gaining traction with it, we have everybody in there.
That's right.
And we give you the roadmap, so to speak, a path. And not everybody's path is the same.
No.
Everybody has a different path. That's why we create it so uniquely that you pick your path.
Yeah.
Create your path, and then that you have clarity with that path.
That's
this
right.
is the path I'm going.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And you need help on that path, that's why we're there.
Yes.
The live Q&A calls, the experts that we bring in, because I don't know everything. So I bring in experts to help with certain areas that are not my strong suit.
That's right. Yeah.
Like Pamela J and her beautiful way of talking on camera. It was amazing. Just all those things that learning
and
one
that's
another.
really what we're supposed to do.
Yes.
We're not meant to do this life alone. In business, in life, and it doesn't matter of the personal situations, find a community.
And you've spoken the community.
And I have spoken
and
to the
people
community.
were so excited about what you brought to them, the clarity that brought.
Yes.
They were like,
that's right.
right?
Yes.
Light bulb moments when you were teaching them. Yeah.
And even other speakers that she's had.
Yeah.
Wendy's have helped me gain clarity on my own journey.
Yes.
And it's so beautiful when you get into alignment, when all of a sudden something clicks and you go, oh,
that light bulb moment.
And you have tools to help you, right, get onto that path, and then you start gaining momentum.
Yes.
And then you get really excited, and then you start
and
in results.
We're like,
and then, so I've been in business again for many years. Wendy and I have very similar histories and paths. And this is the first time ever in my 50 years that I have experienced such growth personally and professionally.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that. Thank you, Jillian.
Absolutely.
On the back.
It's true.
You know what?
It's true. When I had my own practice thing, the virtual paths are always great. Yeah, because when I had my own practice, I was a solo practitioner.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful thing. I learned from my clients, right?
Yeah.
They learned from me. We helped one another. But to be able to have the sounding board and the just the collective of the community.
You're in business for yourself, but you're never
for
by
yourself. Exactly. 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, I just love this. Okay. So in wrapping this up, because Wendy and I could truly talk forever.
And the sun is encroaching.
Yes,
I'm
I
gonna
know.
sit on Jill's lap now.
Right? And we do need to do the things that we do here,
In that pool.
finish our smoothies and go in the pool and just relax and brainstorm and connect.
Right, yes.
It's really about steadiness. It's not about hype. It is truly about identity first.
Tech is a little piece.
Tech is a little
Just
piece.
a little piece.
Because you learn as you're going, and that's again a beautiful thing about the community. So I want to thank you. This has
Aw,
been beautiful. It's just a conversation which we've been having for the last almost 2 weeks at her, and it's so beautiful. And this is what I hope and pray for everybody to be able to experience. You don't actually have to leave your home or your home country to be able to achieve the same connectedness and the beauty of where you are. Create that beauty in the place where you are. And then when you do tend to get out of it, you'll be that more grateful and appreciative of what you're experiencing.
Yeah.
So I want to say to the woman who's watching, I want you to take one identity shift and implement it this week. Take note about how it feels, results that you get, anything that shifts, but choose one. If it's maybe not inviting doubt in for tea, choose that one and see how it lands, see how it feels. And we welcome you to join us in Wendy's beautiful community.
Yeah, would love to have you.
Yeah,
Love to have you.
I'll share the link.
Yeah.
And it's like coming home.
Yeah.
It really is.
That's so special.
With a bunch
Thank
of
you.
friends.
Yeah.
Like it really is.
It's me when we see each other every week and we're like, how's it going? What's
Yeah.
the weather like over there? Yeah.
And when you meet even on a camera,
Yes.
you truly do have the ability just to look at one another and you don't really notice that there's miles in between.
No,
and
that's
that's
right.
also the beautiful thing about it.
Yeah.
There's no borders in regards to stopping you from sharing
Yeah,
and
exactly.
evolving and growing. So thank you.
You are welcome.
And I'm really excited for what's to come.
Yes, me too.
All right.
Always an adventure.
Yay.